Good morning. My name is Tera Lorimer. I am from VRNation and the owner of Luxury Getaways. I'm your host today, along with Rich Sippos from Extenteam. And we're here to talk about around-the-clock support, how 24/7 booking communication drives direct bookings, guest loyalty, and stellar reviews. In today's fast-paced vacation rental industry, guests expect instant responses and seamless booking experiences. This webinar explores the power of 24/7 booking communication in driving direct bookings, enhancing guest loyalty, and generating outstanding reviews. With Rich, the sales leader at Extenteam, and me as your host, we're going to discuss how around-the-clock support can eliminate booking friction, build trust with guests, and create a competitive edge for your property. We're going to talk about how instant responses improve guest satisfaction and encourage repeat bookings. Best practices for implementation 24/7 communication without increasing operational costs, and leveraging automation with remote talent for efficient around-the-clock support. Good morning, Rich. Welcome.
Hey, good morning. Thanks
Hi.
for having me. Really happy to be here and happy to go through this webinar with everybody that joined. So thanks everybody for joining as well.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about Extenteam, your background, and what brings you to vacation rentals?
Yeah, for sure. So I've been in the industry a long time, as most people know, and those of you that don't, I started Park City Resort Properties back in 2005 in Park City, Utah, and exited that business in 2014. And also had a large cleaning and commercial laundry linen service throughout Park City as well. And we cleaned and maintained about 600 properties there, exited that business in 2015. And so then I've been in the industry consulting and now with Extenteam helping grow this business for the last 4 years. And yeah, really excited to be able to share what Extenteam does too. So for those of you that don't know, Extenteam has two distinct products. Our Tailwind product, which is combining the best worlds of software and hospitality professionals, providing round-the-clock guest communications, pulling in all channels, OTA, text, voice, email, into one unified inbox, and then having our Tailwind team with real human responses, dealing with things in real time. That's one product. And of course, what you all know us from when we started back in 2019 is our dedicated team members, full-time team members, remote, global-based team members. And now we have software powering that, which we're calling Smart Recruit. So I'll talk about that a bit as we go along through here as well. But Smart Recruit provides real transparency in seeing the candidates, hearing their interviews, being able to ask questions for follow-up. So a new part of our hiring process when it comes to dedicated team members.
Wow, lots of interesting stuff today. I can't wait to learn about it. Can you tell us why 24/7 guest communication is becoming so critical in the short-term rental industry?
So, I mean, as everybody knows, we're in a really competitive market. So more and more hosts popping up on a daily basis, as well as property management companies as well. Everybody's expecting instant responses nowadays, whether that be direct from AI or with the human touch, with empathy, with finesse that comes with speaking to someone over the phone or getting a true response via email that has a definite feeling to it. So people are expecting the best of both worlds there with AI and humans. So response times on OTAs are now tracked, so they can make or break your bookings, of course. The less response times that you have, you might lose your superhost badge, I guess. And guest reviews are of utmost importance now as well. Any of the companies providing a professional service, we all know that guest reviews are now the key to getting people to look at your company relative to someone else's. And also that's providing you higher rankings on OTAs as well. And then of course, it's not getting any cheaper to employ staff or buy software. So everybody's trying to get the best of their team and the most of their team as well.
Yeah, we're under the gun for everything nowadays, aren't we? Everything is timed, everything is monitored.
Everything is, yeah, everything is statistics, metrics, for sure.
Wow. Wow. Well, most PMS systems these days come with an AI response support. How do you use these and effectively, intertwine them with Tailwind, your product?
Yeah, good question there too. Um, AI is everywhere, as we all know. Everybody's talking about it in every little TikTok video that they're making, or any video that you see on your ads, like that pop up with all of us in the industry. But AI can only do so much at the moment. Handling basic FAQs and those types of questions, those style of questions. AI can do a great job with, of course, but it only works to a certain point. And the information that you put into your systems is also the information that you'll get out as well. So it's important that we load the correct information into the system and keep it up to date, or those questions become answers that don't make sense. And so it's important that human interaction is necessary for so many reasons. When a customer is obviously emotional about whatever the case may be. In Park City, so many times during Christmas time, maybe we didn't have the best snow on Christmas Day or the day after, and then we get 30 inches of snow the day after that, and everybody's happy. But when somebody's looking for a towel and they can't find it, their anger might show a little more without snow on the ground. So having those human interactions, I think, is really necessary for those things. And Tailwind does the best of both worlds. We can provide human interaction with all of our communication, whether that's phone or text or OTA messaging, and it's available at any time of the day. So Tailwind has agents that are available at all times. You don't have to worry if someone's sick. You don't have to worry if someone is taking off PTO for that day. Our team is covering all of those situations. So that's another great part of it. If somebody has, an emotional response to something at 3, 4 in the morning, somebody's able to talk to them. Somebody's able to answer their questions without being woken up in the middle of the night, etc. And we're pulling all of that information into that one spot too. So the Tailwind agents also solve those issues based on like the knowledge center of each company that we work with. So that's also, like I said, information in, information out. The knowledge center is really important for us to be able to give the right responses, find the right people when we need to. All of those things are put into that system and can be changed in real time by all the customers that are utilizing Tailwind.
So the better you build your knowledge center, the better responses you're going to have for your
Yeah,
guests.
and of course, updating that knowledge center too. If a key employee leaves and we're trying to get in touch with a maintenance person at 2 in the morning to, take a smoke detector down and replace a battery that's 20 feet off the ground, and that maintenance person's no longer working in your team, we're calling the wrong person. So it's really important that, all of the information that we have, whether that's response by AI or not, would give the same answers. So we got to make sure that everything is in place and that our team knows who to call and exactly what to do.
Yeah, yeah, no, makes sense. So how will Tailwind specifically increase direct bookings and guest loyalty with the quicker responses?
Yeah, direct booking. I think that's just common sense too, but fast responses to inquiries on your direct booking website, no matter what time of the day that might be. If it's 11 p.m. and somebody's sitting in their bedroom and scrolling through properties and they have some questions directly on the site, great. Tailwind team can be answering those as we get them into our system as those messages come in. Again, any time of the day. While staying in the guidelines of OTAs, right? Helping to create brand awareness during like OTA inquiries. You're not going to say, okay, we can book directly through there, and then it goes against the policies of the OTAs, but you can certainly help increase your brand awareness by letting the person know what company is actually responsible for that property, and then maybe they can look up other things on your site. So that's one way. Of course, during stay and post stay, fast responses to resolutions can lead to better reviews, which leads to better SEO, which leads to higher rankings on OTAs, etc. So having fast responses and accurate responses, actually solving issues, definitely can lead to things that way. I guess I could say quick responses to like lost items or follow-up questions after a booking, whatever that might be. Or if they say, do you have any other properties that are available? 2 months from now, we might be coming back, getting repeat bookings from people by responding correctly to reviews, etc. That's all what can be done, stay and post stay. And again, knowledge center is the key too. Contact information stored correctly, log into the crucial systems that the Tailwind team might need to get into. That's all important to have in there. And then empowering the Tailwind team to actually solve problems. Plenty of the call centers out there, or call center software that's out there that don't really solve problems, don't really solve issues, just kind of pass them on. So empowering the team to solve most of the guest issues, and then having the information there when we really need it to escalate things.
Absolutely. And in today's economy, perhaps it's a little bit slower at certain areas. It's 50 degrees at my ski resort today. So it's nice to have some of these extra protocols in place so that we can keep our guests happy and coming back.
Yeah, no question about it. Yeah, temperatures like where we are and where you are fluctuate on a hour by hour basis at this time of
Yeah.
the year.
It was 70 on Sunday here, and then we got 12 inches of snow within 24 hours. So yeah.
I get it. I can honestly say I'm ready for it to be warm.
Yeah. Me too. Our ski area closes in 2 weeks, so almost there.
I'm done skiing this year for sure.
Well, for property managers, especially like me, I'm a smaller property manager. I'm in a very remote area. I'm boots on the ground. I have a brick and mortar. Tell me how complex it is to get started. Because when I think of building the whole background and answering 200 or 300 questions that may come up, how complex is it? Because when I look at something like that, I'm like, I don't know if I can handle that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's questions that we get all the time, definitely. It's really simple to sign up with the Tailwind product. You can choose your coverage levels, whether that's 24/7. We'll take over all guest communication for you all the time. Or you can choose kind of an off hours package, which would be outside of your business hours, plus 24 hours on 2 days that you choose. And then you could also do a custom package with us as well. Talking to our amazing sales team, you could definitely do that. We have starter, growth, and pro packages. If you're not wanting us to do any of the phone conversations, you can choose the growth package, and that'll still get you OTA messaging, email, texting, just no phone. So plenty of ways to do that. It's really easy to sign up, really easy to talk to the sales team. I mean, whether it's me or anybody that's on the sales team at Extenteam, very knowledgeable about the product and understanding business problems. So it's pretty simple there too. Choosing channels, properties, policies, where you might think that is daunting or might take a really long time. We have a team that can also help you with that too. We do have some standard type of policies and things that we can put in place. There's lots of ways to get through that as well, and pretty common for most of the actual policies that we have in there. But some might make you think like, wow, I don't really have a policy for that. I really need to have one. So it kind of makes people realize that they don't have a lot of their policies and procedures documented correctly. And it's a really good exercise to go through too. So
So you can
that helps
assist.
guest communication as well. And going live doesn't take weeks, doesn't take months. It can really happen in a number of days. So pretty easy to get going with Tailwind.
Nice. Good. Well, it's encouraging when you look at, I have an 8-week down season, and what do I need to get accomplished during that time?
Yeah, and you always have that deep breath as like the last day of the season ends.
Yeah.
Uh, I remember that really well.
Well, let's talk about Smart Recruit. How does this fit into 24/7 support if you need around the clock?
Sure. Smart Recruit is our software platform now for our dedicated team members and hiring them. So traditionally, we've gone through the process of, normal sales calls, figuring out how we can help a customer, and then going through a job description, figuring out a schedule, all of those normal things. Now we have Smart Recruit to help through all of this stuff too. So once an agreement is signed with Extenteam, you get access to our Smart Recruit platform. Our recruitment team is doing their thing in the background, starting to look for the best candidates, interview them. When they do narrow down that last group of candidates, we pull them into our system. You get notification that they're there, and then we can see them, hear them, watch their interview process, skip through little sections of it to specific questions. You get very much transparency into those best candidate interviews that we provide to you. So it really streamlines the process from what it was before, and really allows you to see the candidates and hear them, ask follow-up questions where they can give you a video response too. So lots of things with Smart Recruit that makes things much easier for the hiring process, and puts things really into your control as well.
Well, that's good to know. So can Extenteam manage Booking.com and Expedia booking and inquiries as well?
Now, with our dedicated team members, like we're talking about now, of course, our dedicated team members are working through all of your platforms, and they have direct access to those platforms as well. And again, it depends on what they're hired to do. But with the Tailwind team, we currently have integrations with Airbnb and Verbo, and we're working on the others to other OTAs currently.
And when you want help with that stuff, how does that work for setting hours for Extenteam help? So are they on 12-hour shifts, 8-hour shifts? Do you get to pick your days, nights, daytime? How does that work?
Yeah, so with our dedicated team members, it works best as to most other employees, to where they're working for you on an 8-hour schedule per day or 10-hour schedule per day, pretty much standard throughout the week, whether that's 4 p.m. to midnight shifts or 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It always works best for longevity of team members to have them have a pretty standard schedule of what they're working. So you don't have anybody that would be just on call at any particular point in time. Hence, like the beauty of Tailwind, to where you don't have to worry about that. Now, granted, Tailwind is guest communications, and when you need a lot of other things beyond that, then dedicated team members might be the answer. But you can also do a combination of both of our services too, to where you have dedicated team members working a portion of the day, and then you can supplement that too with Tailwind on the hours that they're not working. So lots of different solutions for pretty much any situation.
Yeah, and it sounds like it can be customized too. Good to know.
For sure. Yeah, and customize hours when it comes to Tailwind, 24/7, or it could be outside of business hours. And within reason, we can do some custom situations as well.
Okay, okay. Well, I heard that there is a significant cost savings, 50 to 60%. How can you incorporate the Smart Recruit, but still keep the quality there? The human touch, the hospitality side that you really want, the messages you want to get across to your guests. How do you keep that all cohesive and still save a lot of money at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, sacrificing quality. Extenteam has been in business since 2019, so we're exclusively focused on the short-term rental market. Because of that, we've hired and interviewed thousands and thousands of people. So we've honed in on like what people are looking for, what skill sets that are needed, and we're getting higher quality talent at this point. We're a reputable business within the industry. Because of all of that combined, there's no sacrifice in quality. It's actually getting higher quality. And Smart Recruit helps with that when it comes to being able to see the candidates, being able to hear the candidates. There's always questions around if you're using global talent, what is an accent of a particular person, or, I don't want it to sound like a call center. This way you get to see and hear all of the top candidates that we provide to you before you even decide to interview them on your own, which you can do outside of our platform as well. You can request an interview with one of those candidates. So plenty of things that you can do no, without sacrificing quality. And then, of course, cost savings, global talent relative to local hiring, and in the case of, some areas could be up to 70% cost savings, just depending upon what your typical hire would cost within any given area of the country.
That brings me to another question, and maybe this one's a little bit more personal, but I'm a small business and have a small team here, and I'm also a workaholic. So me working around the clock is no big deal. I'm used to it. I've been on call for 20 years, 24/7. It's just second nature to me. My phone never shuts off. So how would you implement the 24/7 support without burning out your team? Because I've been on the other end of burning out teams or burning out myself, and there's got to be a balance there.
Yeah, I think the beauty of a business like yours is that you've been able to provide this really dedicated group of local people, and also yourself, to the point of people expect that. There are plenty of times that you probably don't want to be woken up in the middle of the night or even at 11, as much as you say that you're used to that. That's great. Um, Eventually, I think there gets to be a burnout period. I would hope. I mean, I know mine happened, for sure. And those 3 a.m. calls where I couldn't get myself together to really answer the question that somebody was having in a panic mode. Um, that would have been a much better idea to have somebody that's awake and ready and answering other questions at the same time, for other companies that they're ready to answer those questions. So implementing that kind of in that off hours time frame, even if that means midnight to 8 a.m. every day, and then supplementing things on the weekends, you can certainly do that. And then you can decide what we can do or what properties we can even see with our Tailwind product. So that's you have a lot of leeway into what you can allow the team to do or not allow them to do, and change that over time too. You say, wow, they're really handling things well, and they can answer all of these questions seamlessly, then great. Let's allow them to do a little bit more and maybe take a little bit more off our plate as well. So you have that ability to change things on a real-time basis as to what the team can actually do. So there's lots of options for you.
So you mean I get to sleep at night?
You should be able to sleep at night, but that doesn't mean you will be able to sleep at night.
No, I probably can't solve my sleep problems, but
I've had plenty of nights at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. where I'm awake. Why? You have to work on something in order to get yourself back to sleep. So we've all been there.
Yep, for sure. Well, let's talk about the future. AI has been all over everything for the last, 9 to 12 months. What does the future of guest communication look like? What trends are exciting you, and what technology is coming for us?
I think um, it's inevitable that AI will, be doing so many more things for our companies, for any industries for that matter. So AI plus human strategies are definitely going to still be there, right? We're going to implement more AI when it comes to answering questions. It'll get smarter on a daily basis. And, months from now, 2, 3 months from now, we'll see strides in not being able to see quite the difference in some cases of of a human message relative to an AI message, but there's still going to be that need in hospitality world for that human connection. So having the companies that really combine both, I think, will be the key to what's happening next.
Yeah, yeah, and it's moving fast.
And
It's changing faster than I would like sometimes.
yeah, me too. Me too. It's funny because when you do use different AI tools, not just ChatGPT, but a bunch of other ones, and try different things with each one, they do get smarter. Lots of times they're making like numerical mistakes, which you have to look for quite often. But it'll get better as time goes on, no question. It just learns from itself and just keeps going and going. So that's not going to go away, not anytime soon for sure.
Yeah. Well, I
So
tell you what, since that, I have written the sweetest, kindest, nicest emails I ever have in my life. But
yeah, I get
let's
it.
let's open this up for questions. Fire them at us, pop them in the chat. Let us know what what you want to learn, what kind of questions you have. We'll fire them off at Rich and see if we can stumble him. And while we're waiting for questions to come in, let's talk about the conference in Austin, 2.5 weeks away. The VRNation annual conference in Austin, Texas, April 27th and 28th. Can't wait. It's going to be great. We have what, 82 vendors coming, 82, 83 vendor booths, and a whole lot of people from around the country. It is our first national conference, first official national conference for VRNation. So I'm very excited about it.
Super exciting. Extenteam will be there, of course. And yeah, we're always excited. We were before. Now, after VRNation was announced last year, it's going to be a great show. And the marketing and efforts that you guys have been putting in with webinars, with road shows, with all different types of things happening, like everybody's excited, and the hype for this is quite high. So we're really excited to be there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're a fun group, and we like to make things happen. We like to shake things up, and then sprinkle in a little bit of education and advocacy too. So we'll make it worth everybody's while. It's a good lineup. I'm very excited.
I see a question. I don't know what it says. How does that work from hours? Are they on the same hours as the office? Oh, okay. So I think we're talking about dedicated team members here. When you have a dedicated team member, they're going to be working what hours you would want them to be. So say that's Central Time, 4 p.m. to midnight. There's no need to think about it, what it's like in the time zone in anywhere in South America or anywhere in the Philippines. So no reason for you to think that way. When we put the job out there for people to apply for, we'll have that job schedule in place so that they can see exactly what they're applying for. It's not just the job, but the actual time that's involved as well. So if they can work 4 p.m. to midnight Central Time, then fantastic, then they apply for the position. And that's also part of our interview process to make sure that all of that is still standard and they're ready to be on those hours. So no worries about that at all. Weekends, extremely common. Most first hires are Thursday to Monday type schedules. Weekends are very common. That's when we're all the busiest in almost every market that's around.
Okay, we have another question coming in. It says, we're a small team. How do we get started with 24/7 coverage?
You can go to extenteam.com, or you can actually scan this QR code there, sign up for a quick conversation with the sales team. You can also sign up directly on our website too. And you can find Tailwind as one of our solutions at the top. Easily sign up directly through there. Or if you want to find out more, kind of see it in action, have a little demo of the software of how it works, how you put in your information. Let's get with the sales team and we'll show you exactly how it all functions.
Wonderful. Thank you. There's a QR code up on your screen still. In the chat box, there is a link to register if you want more information about the VRNation Annual Conference. And I think we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for everybody for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us too. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks in Austin.
Sounds good. Thanks so much.